Hello everyone, this is my run in the draft-based battle of the week. In front of the division, my team, what I brought. So I did end up winning the league, spoilers, and I just wanted to give my thoughts on the team and what I think of the mons I drafted. So first pick, I picked the second best Terror Captain in SV. I picked Zarude. The reason Zarude is so good is because of its natural bulk and its ability to set up, when with Terra shedding the dark grass typing makes it really powerful. Zarude is just an example of why Terra is so powerful, because you have like your knockoff and then Terra Blast, whatever, Fairy Poison, Terra Fighting, Drain Punch, but you have those moves, and with moves like Bulk Up and Jungle Healing, Sword Stance, Synthesis, is set, and then let's say your opponent doesn't have a Ghost Resist, will Taunt or Encore fit in very well. Zarude is really hard to stop once it gets an SD up, and it just shows how powerful Terra can be, shedding this awful typing and turning it something amazing. So speed is really important in SV draft, and I decided that round 2 I was gonna test out Iron Bundle. I'm a huge bundle hater, but I wanted to be proven wrong. 136 speed is very good in the meta. 124 special attack is awesome. Moves like Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, Flip Turn, and Freeze Dry. It can be a really good late game cleaner into some teams. It gets Flip Turn, it gets U-Turn, it's Encore, it gets Taunt. Really, Iron Bundle can Encore. Really, Iron Bundle is here to weaken things, to clean up after Zarude attempts to sweep, or drill some holes in the team for Zarude to come in and finish. So 136 speed to 105 Zarude speed is a big gap, and so I decided that my next pick would be Cinderace. I've never drafted Cinderace before. I used it in the SV tour, Switch tour, and I really liked it, even without Libero. Cinderace and Bundle, they're two just strong mons that can pivot out. Gunk Shot being really good coverage, High Jump Kick being good coverage, and Headbutt. Double Edge, got Sword Stance, this gen, you can Will-O-Wisp, you can Court Change. Spoilers, this is our only form of removal. I don't draft removal in SV, it's just not a thing I do a lot, unless I get one of the elephants. But yeah, Cinderace is a really nice round 3 pick. So round 4 we've got a really nice offensive 3. Needed to draft a 4th, and so I picked up my new crack this gen. I am addicted to Petron. This thing is so good. This mod is genuinely amazing. Malignant Chain along with Poison Puppeteer is absolutely broken. It's a pivot with Parting Shot, forcing clear amulets on mons. It gets Destiny Bond, but really it's going to be toxicking the things that at speeds like Tropicos, Raging Bolt. It's going to be forcing Terra Poisons, and yeah, it can get a Nasty Plot Sweep every blue moon. I think I started really doing well with Petron this season when I stopped running solely Nasty Plot sets. Nightshade is nice coverage. So yeah, Petron is really good. This gen, I love it. And I had to pick it up round 4. So I really enjoyed this defensive core of the mon I picked up next. I just really love Swampert this gen. It got access to knockoff. It gets flip turn from gen 8. It's always going to be a reliable rocker. Swampert is super consistent. You can always slap a citrus berry on it. Lefties, Rocky Helmet, Rindo Berry. You can do the bulk up sets. Yeah, it's another really basic. We haven't drafted, apart from Zarude, we haven't drafted really deep mons. It's just gonna be a reliable pivot that can come to every game, and yeah, that's a big perk. So next, we're really ground weak, and Zarude really likes Healing Wish, because what if we got 2 Zarudes in one game? That's where Mesprit comes in. Mesprit is the second rocker. Gets Encore, Knockoff, Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave. So Mesprit is, it's another pivot. Healing Wish. Mesprit's just a really solid glue guy that it'll be really consistent. Screens are really good in SV. Really good with Zarude. We don't have the best mons at taking advantage of screens other than Zarude, but just kind of helps us getting our pieces in better. And yeah, that's Mesprit. So I need a steel type, I need a fairy type, and I really wanted to test the fraud allegations of Klefki. I really don't draft spikes that much, and it's one of the things I wish I did more. The Prankster Thunder Waves can come in really clutch. The light screens and the reflects are really nice. Rain Dance into weather teams, or Sunny Day. You can go with stored power sets, and this is our secondary Terra Captain, but spoilers, we do not tear our Klefki. It's foul play. And yeah, so Klefki was just can Magnet Rise. So yeah, Klefki was a really solid pickup. Really just our only option at this point. I mean, the fairy types were like Enamorous Therian, and the steel types were like Bronzong and Registeel. So I figured, why not give Klefki a swing, because Fortress was already taken. And finally, we had one more mon left. We're still ground weak. We have lacking in priority. So I picked up Slitherwing. I think Slitherwing is really underrated, not because of the offensive sets, but the Will-O-Wisp Rocky helmet sets are really strong. Using it as a pivot with Morning Sun, I think defensive Slitherwing is really underexplored. It's really nice into mons like Tusk. It's nice into mons like Tinglu. A lot of the really good mons. Aren't a fan of Slitherwing. You got Stun Spore, which we will run. I don't know if it's clicked, but I know we run it. And yeah, so this is the team we are working with, built around Zarude. Going into the league, I was really excited for it, and let's see how we do. So week 1, we're facing off against a DOS Terra Enam team. Very offensive team with pivots like Rotom and Skarmory setting up spikes. Curem being very scary into our team when Klefki is your fairy and your steel. And Chi-Yu always being annoying. I expected Terra Ground Enam. And then I forgot their other Terra Captain was like Sceptile on the bench. I think they have like Sceptile and Indeedee, which were left on the bench. Kyurem is very scary into this matchup. I think that was probably the mono I was most scared of. And so yeah, let's see how both parties play it. So lead Cinderace into Chi-Yu. They double out into Skarmory, which is an interesting double, but the U-turn is pretty obvious. I can go Swampert as they set up spikes, and I use this opportunity to get my rocks up. And we're really seeing how my lack of removal could potentially become a problem, because I don't want rocks on my side either, so I'm just bootsed up. As I believe that reveals Fizz Def Rotom, and we are jungle healing Zarude, so this is always a free switch in with our base typing, as he's gonna do a 15 is a crit, which is crazy. We have Terra Water Zarude, by the way, and I believe he revealed Terra Fairy Enam. Yeah, he's Fairy Enam, so it's just a non-threat to our Klefki. So we use this opportunity to get a screen up and to be able to pivot through Swampert. I believe we should be slower. Yeah, we are slower. The burn doesn't matter, as all we're really doing with this thing is flip turning. And this is a perfect position for Zarude under a screen. This is the vision with the team. Zarude under a screen is very scary, as we are just going to Terra Water and click Terra Blast, do 42, as Brave Bird does a good chunk, but we are going to be able to get the kill. And under a light screen, he basically has all special attackers, so we're just going to get something for free, and he ends up making a decent trade, sacking his Dio, which didn't really do much here, for the leftovers. We go Klefki as he goes for a Protect, and we are going to get our screen up. And so now this is where things get scary, because he's actually a Pressure Stall Kyurem, which I did not account for, and I think so. I'm not realizing just how much PP I start to lose. And skip. Yeah, here I just get like outplayed like crazy. And I end up going Slitherwing, which I should have gone initially, because Earth Power Freeze Dry, this cannot do much damage to Slitherwing. You see 23, Break with Sub. I went Bundle really aggressively for no reason, and I believe I just sacked my Bundle here for Chip on the Kyurem, which was not a great play, because my Cinderace ends this exchange with no Pyro Balls, which it doesn't need. Well, I mean it does for Enam. So yeah, that's just a really bad exchange. I go Zarude on the Rotom, and I believe I just knock off, get a kill. So Zarude gets one more as Charles Youth comes in. And I believe that revealed... No, I don't know if that revealed Scarf. But, so there, he has to let Chi-Yu go down, because if he goes Enamorous, I revealed Sucker Punch on Cinderace, and I believe, I think I was banded. All I know is that it mattered for some sort of roll. Oh, I skipped a turn, alright. Sack Pert to the Enamorous, and I believe I sack this, get Chip. Oh. Okay, no, I get Chip with Cinderace to guarantee. Okay, I remember this. I get Chip with Cinderace to guarantee the Slitherwing KO, which is why he never Terra Fairy'd, because he didn't need to. So that's gonna be Game 1 win to me, and yeah, we're going to move on to week 2. So here we are with week 2 into a very scary Bolt team. The two main threats here were Bolt and Volcanion. I felt like I was really good into a set up Cresselia, a set up Rillaboom, set up Sneasler because I have Petron and other pieces. So this is Terra Fairy Bolt. For some reason, Fairy was not a good bring, not sure about that one. Poison gave me a lot of trouble, and it is Terra Dark Cresselia, as we are Terra Steel Zarude, which may seem weird into this matchup, but you will see why later. We have a really cool Zarude set here. So we get a really favorable lead as I go for Super Fang and miss, of course. That was really annoying because if I hit that Super Fang, based on the way things play out, I would have either not had my Cinderace burned or killed the Volcanion. So that's an unfortunate trade. He's going to bring out the Jirachi, confirming Scarf. As he goes Rillaboom, and I believe I bring out Klefki. Yep. Klefki, I can get my spikes up, which spikes are really big into Raging Bolt. As I T-Wave on the Rillaboom. I probably should have gone I probably should have spiked there or gone Petrant. I guess I really didn't want my Petrant to be knocked off. I don't remember what item I am. But we go Slitherwing, and this is the freest U-turn ever as we just kill the Rillaboom. Then we're Swampert on Cresselia. This is an obvious energy ball, just because Cresselia can fit it here if it's not set up. And we get a huge U-turn off and get a gnarly crit. And he is Fairy, so the Malignant Chain is free as I recover. Wanting to keep my Petrant healthy, I Parting Shot into Klefki on the Draco, trying to see if he gets greedy. As I get at my screen on the weakened Bolt, and now Bolt will die to spikes. Go Swampert on Cresselia. I play this in a way to try to get Zarude in on an energy ball as I Sword Stance because it is SD Cresselia, and that cannot do anything to a jungle healing Zarude. So Zarude is basically useless, or Cresselia is in that 1v1. Terra Steel on the U-turn, as it will just die to knock off. And you might be wondering, why are you Terra Steel into Sneasler? Well, I actually mocked for this league, and Terra Steel offensively was really nice, and with a Chople Berry, Zarude ate a close combat. So yeah, that was a really cool tech. I think that using Terra types with Resist Berries is really underrated, even if it's still the same thing. You're still weak to fighting, but I was gonna always Terra here. So yeah, so really good win week 2, and let's move on to week 3. So week 3 here, are facing a Spike Stack team. Then a Terra Ogre Punch left on the bench, so I believe the only Terra Captain is Hatterene? Not sure. Let's see how this goes. I am Terra, Terra Poison, Hatterene, and I'm Terra Electric, Zarude. So, Bundle, I think is the first time it's touched the floor and done something. Really greedy Sucker Punch from them. I'm not a fan of that play. But as you can see early on, this Samurai is just piecing us up. As he ends up just being really aggressive with it. With how good it was offensively. And how bad my team is with spikes. I think he should have Ceaseless Edged. a little bit because the Gold Dingo is always free on Klefki, as we are put in a very bad spot with our Swampert. Although he does go Zapdos on the Earthquake, that's Hurricane, will definitely not kill me. We got a big flip turn as we're put into Torrent, and the Terra Electric Zarude can come in, and I believe it's just SD, as we are slower than the Zapdos, revealing a faster Zapdos. Knockoff is going to do a lot, as he's just banking on a confusion here. Donphan is the free switch-in. Sack Swampert here, as this is looking very, very like unwinnable for my opponent. He really can't kill me here, yeah, as this is just a free flip turn and bundle can be used later. Go Ace, trying to not let the Zarude come in, or the Gold Dingo, as Headering starts getting scary with Terra Poison Calm Minds, but we do have the Zen Headbutt. Now Pyro Ball's not stabbed, so it's not going to kill. We're just going to pivot out on the Gold Dingo and sack our Zarude. But we are Citrus, so we are put in a good spot. Reveals Colbur, Gold Dingo, pretty obvious there. We live that, and so we knock off again. And here, okay, this, I'm stupid. I'm trying, so at this point Zarude had a buttload of kills, and spoiler alert, Zarude ends the regular season with 29 kills in 8 weeks. So I'm greedy here. I'm extremely, extremely greedy. I won this game if I just knocked off there. Yeah, I won if I just knocked off or Terra Blasted or literally done anything. As you will see here, it's time for the generational throw. It's Vacuum Wave to 2. I miss his Zen Headbutt, and I was so angry that I missed this that I didn't know that if you miss a move, you still change type. So that was not a good play from me. And yeah, I throw the game. I try to, so I sack bundle, and then I go Pecharunt, trying to see if I can bait an overheat, but it is Fire Blast, and so there's nothing I can do here except pray for a miss. He hits the Fire Blast, and I commit a sell that should be illegal. So yeah, we got unlucky, but we also just gave away the game, and that's why you don't stat pad in draft. But no, that was a horrible play from me, and yeah, we're 2-1 still, but we gotta hold that one. So we're coming into week 4 angry. We're 2-1 through the last game when we had it in the bag. So we're fighting Terra Tornadus, which is always scary, a really cool spike stack team. I really liked the Gardevoir on this team. I thought that was a really cool use of drafting it. But I did think we had the winning matchup because our hazards are good and we have court change. So we are Terra Dark Zarude, and he is Terra Steel on his Tornadus. So lead, we get off a knockoff, getting the boots off, which could be big, as a Dragon Dance goes off. So that's pretty scary. Another Dragon Dance comes off, which is even scarier. And then a third Dragon Dance. And it's like, did we really need the third? I intend to sack Klefki here, as he does go for Roost, which means I get a Reflect Off. And it's just like, did we really need... We didn't need the third. We didn't need the third. We get Chip on Ting Lu and basically kill the Dragonite. And we're not Lum lead Dragonite, which is interesting. And then we learn we're not Whirlwind into the Zarude matchup. So some interesting prep that I personally really disagree with from our opponent. He goes Glamora, sacking Glamora because he feels like he needs to keep Tinglu for Petrant. I guess he does in a way, but if that gets poisoned, it's just over. And you have Terra Steel Tornadus. So some interesting plays from our opponent as they reveal Scarf on the Gardevoir. And then he lets us para the Torn. I don't know about that one. But we can get dual screens up as the light screen is knocked off too little too late as it reveals Life Orb Tornadus. It's very scary. We get a lucky para on the Torn, but Bleak Wind would not have done that much damage. So we are able to be a +2 Zarude with screens. And the reason why this is awesome is because the only thing that can revenge us is Gardevoir. So Glamora is going to come out, threaten a Toxic as it is Corrosion. And we did reveal Synthesis. But with a light screen, we're free to just Parting Shot and bring out Zarude again. Hooray, we are not minus speed, as we do reveal Lum. We wanted to just make sure that we weren't slow. So this is really nice because this is Scarf Gardevoir. It can't not be. You don't bring it out like this. And so with the knockoff, and this is some excellent stat padding, we are able to bring out the Petrant, Parting Shot, we're able to Parting Shot into the Klefki to get the Thunder Wave off. So we are faster than the Quaquaval as we reflect. And then we sack Swampert because we don't want to kill this. Because we want to get our Zarude kills. Is this the best stat padding play ever? I was making sure we hit our parlays. We all went over on Zarude today, and it's a little Malik Beasley in, little Michael Porter Jr.'s brother, whatever his name is. Little shady, but we get our Zarude kills and we move to 3-1. Week 5 into a very, very scary offensive team with Terra, Blaziken, Darkrai, Azumarill, Excalibur, Cobalion, and Monkey Dory. I was very scared of this matchup. We could just explode. They left a Thundurus on the bench. And yeah, so they are Terra Dark, Blaziken, and we are Terra fighting Zarude, trying to use some what's it called, Terra fighting Drain Punches to just stay alive forever against this team. We go for Chip on the Cobalion as we go bundle on it. I don't know why. Oh, right, we're Sash because his hazard game was not good. So we lose our bundle for nothing. That was a play I made. So now we're kind of smoked by Darkrai. Get Chip on the Azu, even though we have a full health Petrant. I guess Rocks up here were really important as he makes a nice play knocking off our Petrant. But we are able to just recover this as the liquidation is not going to do a lot. Believe we Parting Shot here? No. Okay, we're getting kind of smoked here. Cobalion is really threatening into my team offensively as he does go for a Calm Mind. Which is pretty scary, if I do say so myself. He's going to claim our Swampert, and Cobalion is wrecking us right now. However, we are just able to go no Aka Berry. He is just leftovers. As we can go into Petron after we kill the Cabalion. Now he just kind of throws himself at us. I believe we parting shot here. No, we just recover because we want the Petron to stay at full health for the Terra Dark Blaziken in the back. So Monkey Dory goes for a sub, which is not scary at all because Klefki hard walls it. It cannot touch Klefki. Will-O-Wisp Darkrai was a cool bring, but doesn't do anything here. 45, 49 roll, nice. As the Blaziken is going to set up, he is going to try to predict the Petron coming in. As here he close combats, and I believe we just go Cinderace, and he Swords Dances. I guess he calced and a bulky Cinderace lived. I don't know how much defense we had on it, but Zarude is able, I believe, Zarude and Petron together he can't do anything here. With the Reflect Up and the SD, we're able to just Drain Punch and get all our health back. This is one of my favorite Zarude sets, the Terra Fighting sets. You just stay alive forever. As we get a really clean win and move on to 4-1, I believe. Yeah, 4-1 sounds right. So, trying to keep the win streak alive, we run into a team that had, I think, 14 extra points and a really interesting roster. Sandless, Excadrill, Terra Ape, Latios, Manaphy. I was not scared of this matchup at all, and I'll try to go through it a little quick. We have Terra Fairy Zarude, Terra Fire Klefki, as we Whirlwind immediately, and I was scared of Ape. That was about it. But it reveals Life Orb, which is interesting. Miss a huge Will-O-Wisp, but he doesn't have good rock setters, so we are Rocky Helmet Cinderace. As we're able to get a little pivoting going and bring out the Zarude, and he literally lets us win. He just lets us win. He just let us set up 5 bulk ups on the Talonflame. So not much to talk about there, not much to analyze. We win that one 6-0 with Zarude. Zarude is cooking and is in a tight race with a Terra Garganical for the number 1 kill leader spot. Week 7, we are 5-1 going up against Ball Diddleman. He had a very scary team. I think his team was really good into us, minus the Zarude set we picked out. So let's see how the game goes. He is Terra Fire Gambit, and I'm Terra Flying Zarude. So off lead, we're able to get a huge knockoff into Stealth Rock on the Screamtail, as we get an amazing lead, getting to bring out the King Gambit. As we're just spreading the knockoffs, getting rid of the boots. These rocks are going in right now, as Hurricane is not going to do much to Klefki, as I get confused again, and I try to switcheroo. That was not smart. I feel like this is really what made the game hard, so much harder than it needed to be. And then I just give him Zarude, and at this point it's not feeling very good. There's no reason not to Terra there. I think I just literally misclicked or thought that I'd already Terra'd. because I end up playing the end game like I already terra'd. I was flip turn with Swampert, which was really, really bad here. Flip turn would have been really, really nice in situations like this, not just letting the Noivern sit on me for free. Getting chip on the Gambit was nice, as Bundle can live anything it throws at us. But yeah, as you can see, the pivoting is really, really nice here. We can get him stuck in the blender. We trailblaze because Encore is pretty obvious. And we didn't Terra. I literally just forgot to Terra here. And it made me so mad because we Terra. And we're in an amazing spot. Like I said, that play is really what lost us the game. We roar. Now to Tusk. Tusk is going to get one, I think. Now he's going to clear off the rocks. But Surf is going to bring it really low. But a +1 speed Tusk is scary. We have to first impression here, as he reveals rest. And we U-turn, aggressive U-turn. We double out as we are defensive Slitherwing. He gets the double right. He sucker punched. Felt like Dare Blast was decently free there. I would have kowtowed there just because covers Cinder, covers. Actually, no, I think Terra Blast was the right play there. Miss the Wisp on Tusk, which was pretty big as he gets up the rocks. I missed 2 on Tusk, which, you know, in hindsight, didn't really matter that much. As we heavy slam trying to predict the Scream Tail as he Wisp. And yeah, we can't break through the Scream Tail. We go for heavy slam, does nothing to Tusk. We Giga Drain, really cool tech we brought. But this one is just going to be a slow and painful burn. Try to go for a Hurricane Miss, but yeah. The Wisp were really annoying, but I don't think they mattered in hindsight. He wouldn't have let us set up with Zarude. Obviously, he had a faster Encore Screamtail. And yeah, but if I just Terra'd on the Screamtail, this was a completely different game. So misplay from me, but we got to just take it and move forward. We're 5-2 going into week 8 against I'm gonna butcher it. Ray Kubos. I don't know. He had a pretty scary team. He left his Garchomp on the bench, which I thought was interesting. We have bad removal. I think this is the first game with Cinderace being left on the bench. And yeah. His team's scary. He has Terra Superior, and a Terra Heatran. So yeah, I'm Terra fighting Zarude again. He's Terra Water. He's Terra Water on his Superior and Terra Grass on his Heatran. So immediately he gets an amazing start as I bring Mesprit. I forgot to mention Mesprit is here. He goes Pex. As I go Pert, he uses a chance to get up some Stealth Rocks as he Toxics. I try to get off a knockoff, punishing the Zarude or anything, as he gets really nice chip on my Swampert, but we are the good old Citrus Swampert. Uses a chance to sack or get a little chip off with Mesprit. I remember us playing this on mobile in my church bathroom. We're doing some like thingy there late at night, and I had to play this, so I played it. Trick Room was really interesting as he goes into the Iron Hands as it is Mirror Herb Iron Hands, which is just terrifying. But luckily, it's not Terra Iron Hands, can't be Terra Ground or anything, so we are able to force this out. As he has clear Amulet Heatran, so big blunder from me. The Magma Storm would have been really, really bad, as the Magma Storm ends up being really, really bad. Knock on the Scarf Superior. Glare's a really good move. I don't know why he was Scarf here. If he was scared of Cinderace or something, but he does have Heatran, so. We bring out Slitherwing pretty much for free, as Earthquake is gonna 2-hit KO the Pex. I believe we U-turn here. Please tell my U-turn. You see, future me would have U-turn there. I would have U-turn there, but so we do U-turn on the Pex, and we bring out our Zarude, which is able to bulk up, as we are definitely jungle healing in this matchup. Yeah. The no haze there probably reveals no haze, but this is just a free jungle healing on the Iron Hands, as this is going to be game. I believe. Yeah. It's going to be game. Big scary crit, but not much can be done. As Pex just can't beat us. So that is, I believe, the regular season done. Zarude had a crazy amount of kills. No, I think I had more than 21. I'm not sure. I'd have to check. But Zarude was goated, honestly. I can really only say good things about, like, I can say horrible things about Bundle. I loved Ace. Ace was really nice. Slither was really, really cool for only 8 points. Klefki, I didn't have to fight Roaring Moon or any dragon or dark that really punished Klefki, so Klefki actually looked draftable, which was very nice. I think if I ever draft Klefki again, I will be drafting Swampert with it, just because they cover each other really nicely. Klefki can't deal with Bolt, but Swampert can roar it out. And so yeah, that's the regular season done, and let's move on to playoffs. Playoffs round 1 against Mr. Mosty. This is a very, very long one, so I'm going to skip the end. It ends up being 104 turns. 3 more than my previous record of longest draft game. But he has a very fat team. Terra Wellspring, obviously, and we are Terra Fairy Zarude. So we played out this situation many times. The lead Zarude was really, really well. We didn't expect Clefable, but knew it was a possibility. And this is really, really what we practiced with. Oh, it's not here. I didn't watch this ahead of time. Sandy Shocks is very annoying here, as we sword stance here, right? We have to. Yeah. So we sword stance here, go for a knockoff, don't kill a Corv, but I believe we just sword stance again. Yeah, we sword stance again, as to take the U-turn, as we bring out this. And I'm so excited. We get the Mental Herb Encore, the switcheroo on the Ogre Pond. That's one of my favorite draft plays I've ever had. Mental Herb blocking the Encore, as we're able to explode his biggest offensive piece. Go pert on the Sandy Shocks as we are now Terrad. As a knockoff, flip turn comes out, keeping the pressure up as a Alola Mola without a special breaker is pretty good. Who would have thought? Especially with the core of Slowking and Alola Mola. It's going to be very difficult to break with the hazards up. As he gets a full health Corviknight. Our main goal is just to poison the Alola Mola. But every time it comes in, it takes the rocks, and now its helmet's gone. Roaring is a really nice move against this team, as Pert's gonna live and ultimately only knock off the Slowking's boots, which could come in handy later, as I believe we are min speed Swampert and are just gonna die to this U-turn. Brings out Glowking as we can't really threaten it, minus Zarude. We definitely don't kill it now that since it's already been knocked off. And he reveals Yawn, which will end up being very, very annoying. Petrunt was a really, really weird play here. I guess the chili reception was kind of obvious there. I think we just recover here. Oh, we Shadow Ball. As we get the drop. Ooh, interesting. We recover here because we need to keep this thing healthy. I think we Shadow Ball again. Yeah. That's going to be a 2-hit KO on the Slowking. And so basically what he's trying to do is he's trying to PB stall us out. But we get the double Shadow Ball play right. And do we Shadow Ball again? Oh yeah, you already know. Real one's Malignant Chain here. Alright. We're in a very good spot here though, as we try the flip turn. He can't really hard switch, so we almost get the kill on the Alola Mola, which would have been huge for Cinderace. Cinderace really just would have won this game, as we sack our Mesprit. As Sandy Shocks gets to come out, but we go Ace, and I don't know if Pyro Ball killed, but a stab high jump kick sure will. Crit 17, that's crazy. Go Zarude. See if we can get another Zarude setup, maybe. The Clefable is going to be unaware, but 29% is not half bad, as we're really just going to try to keep this thing low before we go, as that's his plan with T-Wave, to try to stay healthy before the Clefable goes down. But we could just stall it out of Moonlights if we don't get paired. He's just going to Moonblast there, as I think that's what he realizes. As this is a Gunk Shot, and we're not going to be able to kill the Corviknight because we're not a fire type anymore. But we can go Petrunt, and I'm just gonna do a little of this. I start to realize that he's trying to PP stall me out of Shadow Balls, as he defogs the hazards off our side, which is really, really nice. Our main kind of trap card in this game is the Choice Band Slitherwing. So we get no poisons, which is awesome and deserved. But we are able to just U-turn, bring in the Petrunt yet again. Go for a Shadow Ball. Get the Malignant. Ooh. This was nice. Get the Malignant chain play right. And then I think we get the Shadow Ball play. Ooh. Oh, baby. Unfortunately, it only does 20. But we are able to get the Cinderace in a very free position as he stays in, calling me, trying to do something. He tries to call my double as I Shadow Ball. He keeps trying to call me switching as I am slower. He was not min-speed Corviknight. Probably what lost him the game. They go for a high jump kick, and it doesn't 2-hit KO, which is very bad. But this is a free chance to get in the Booster Energy Slitherwing. As we reveal... Oh, we're not Heavy Slam. Why are we not Heavy Slam? I guess Shock was scary. But that miss is going to make his life much, much harder. As the close combat is going to do 48. Does he get off a wish? No, he just scalds and gets the burn, unfortunately. Good guys never win, but we do get the KO. If you didn't burn me there, that was just a free win. As we're on turn 66. And so basically, I don't want to miss a Pyro Ball here. I don't want to miss a Pyro Ball here and just lose. So I PP stalled him. I PP stalled him to turn 105 just because I did not want to miss a Pyro Ball. We're locked in. I wanted to win that game. We win it. We win the War of Attrition. And let's see if we can keep up the momentum or if we got burnt out from the last one. Rematch time. This time he did bring the Garchomp and he brought the Mimikyu. We're Terra fighting Zarude yet again because that set felt so good. He's still Terra Water Superior and he's Terra Poison Heatran. So we trade Garchomp for Mesprit and Chip and Hazards. So I don't know how that trade is with us. We knock off the Clear Amulet, which is really, really nice, as Mesprit is going to stay available as a sack. So we just go Pert, probably trying to get up our rocks. Yep, free rocks. They're going to go a long way, as we're able to just sack our Mesprit. Cinderace is free. He reveals that he doesn't want to Terra Water. Oh, he's probably still Scarf. Still Scarf Superior. As we're able to bring out our Slitherwing and do major damage to something. As he reveals Booster Defense, which is very scary because our Mesprit was dead. But it won't end up mattering. As we're able to Roar, get some Chip on Heatran, get some big Chip on Superior. As he reveals Helmet Superior, so I don't know why he didn't Terra on our thingy, but we are sub on the Iron Bundle, and I think we're able to run Modest. Yeah, we're able to run Modest because his fastest is Superior. As he ends up being Trick Room, which was very, very scary because I thought this was gonna Iron Defense and win on the spot. Iron Defense would have gone crazy into me, but he's Brick Break. Interestingly enough, we go for Zen Headbutt as we crit, but Trick Room is perfect here because it will expire this turn, and so we are slower. But he has Earth Power. We're able to go for the Zen Headbutt. Stay a Psychic type. He brings out Cress as we U-turn, get some big Chip. Stab would have killed, but... And Zarude comes in, and he gets off another Trick Room. Which, at this point, it's starting to get scary. It's starting to get really scary. We go Terra Fighting, and Drain Punch does not do a lot, as I expect an Iron Defense here, but he Whirlwinds. So he's 3 attack, which is interesting. I do sack Slitherwing, which was, I think was stupid, because Superior is still, Superior's not a threat. I lied. Just because we're able to freeze dry. As we have both for the Toxapex. As Mimikyu comes in, I think the only way we could have lost here is if it was like Swords Dance. I don't even know. Shadow Sneak, I don't even think killed here. But all he could do is, he really couldn't win there unless he was Woodhammer, and like I don't even know, he couldn't have one there. And as he was Scarf. So we are gonna win that one. A little unfortunate for our opponent, but we move on to finals. And we have a rematch with a familiar face in finals. Awaiting us on top of the hill was Ball Diddleman. With a new team, he brought Arcanine over the Amoonguss as Terraflying shredded it. But relatively same team. I have almost the exact same team, minus a tweak in Klefki and a tweak in Slitherwing. He is Terra, Fire Gambit, and normal Arcanine, and I am Terra Flying on my Zarude. And I love how I play this game. This is the only game I think I played well. So we start by getting our rocks up and knocking off the Rotom's helmet and gaining momentum, which I really liked how this start went, just because we're able to keep up momentum. We just keep U-turning. Got him stuck in the cycle. We decide to attack there. I think Screamtail was always free there, but fearing Gunk Shot, I get it. So we get some nice chip as we go Slithering, which also beats this if it doesn't have Terra Blast. And we just keep putting him in the blender. We are getting chipped, but I mean, we're boots. We go for an aggro Hydro Pump there. I decide not to risk it, but the wish is obvious. As I go for Gunk Shot, showing my hand, but then we make the goated Will-O-Wisp play on the Great Thighs. Because it was a pretty free entry point if I just click Gunk there. And our Slitherwing is able, with our set, we are able to handle this Great Tusk very well, even with the para. We're able to just Giga Drain, do 40, and kill it. So that was an awesome play. The burn was a really, really good one there. He defogs the rocks away because he is not boots, I believe. No, he is boots. Oh, he had just taken damage. Okay. Go for an Ice Beam, aggro Ice Beam. As we reveal that we're speed tied and I speed creeped wrong. Actually, no, I want to be modest here. I aggro creeped. It was not worth it. Don't aggro creep. I mean, do aggro creep. Just be careful. We make a really, really nice. Let's talk about this double for a second. So we bring out Klefki on the Noivern, as he can't really fit U-turn, and Klefki can't do anything to Gambit, so we double out into the Torrent Swampert and get a mean 32% off. I popped off when I got that play right. As another U-turn just comes off, and we go Klefki. We Dazzling Gleam here, just playing out of our minds, get every play right, go for the Iron Head, get our chip as we go Cinderace. And after this U-turn, he reveals that he is trying to win with the Terra Normal Extreme Speed Arcanine. We get off the T-Wave as we die to Flare Blitz. Go Bundle, and you know, life on the line, gotta hit a Hydro Pump. and bundle delivers. I hate bundle. I'm never drafting it again. But man, that was huge. That was huge. Get the Powerball crit, didn't really matter. I just clicked it again. As we kill that. No Wyvern's faster, doesn't confuse, hit the gunk. That's always gonna kill. As we are gonna die, but it's too little, too late. We finish it with the goat. What a way to end the league. Finishing with Zarude. This league was insanely fun. The mods were awesome. GG's to everyone I played. And so my final thoughts on every mon. Zarude is goated. Always draft it if it's free. If Iron Valiant, Torn are not taken, I think Zarude should always go top 4, top 5. It's absolutely broken. Slitherwing is a really, really good budget mon for 8 points. Klefki, don't draft Klefki. Swampert, I mean, it's really reliable. This was 100.8 mon. I don't know how good it is, and it's probably pretty good in 8. The problem is the only spinner you can really pair with Swampert is Cyclozar, because you can't really do the elephants, and you can't do Tentacruel or Blastoise. So Swampert was awesome. Definitely more of a 10 to 12 mon than 8 mon Smogon. But bundle, don't draft bundle. There's a better option, trust me. Cinderace is goated. I will be drafting Cinderace as many chances as I get as my elite speed mon. Outspeed's Valiant. Will-O-Wisp is awesome. Gunk Shot, Poison Fire is an amazing offensive typing. Petrunt's always awesome. Petrunt Tinglu, Petrunt, any Spiker is gonna be amazing. And Mesprit. I don't really have an opinion on Mesprit. Didn't get to use it much this league. But yeah, that's my run. And thank you for watching, and goodbye.